What's up, YouTube? This is my first video. First off, I just want to thank everybody who went ahead and subscribed ahead of time before I dropped this video. And second, just to get it off y'all's chest, now you see my face, now you know what I look like. It's not a surprise anymore. So I'm here.
Introducing your boy, Roshi.
That's Lupasan. I didn't know what I was gonna say. That's Lupasan.
Hello, everyone.
Member of the FGC fight game community. For those of you who don't know,
Kind of, sort of dabbling member of the fight game community, but I have major opinions in it.
Yeah,
check out my page.
He's kind of a scrub. So
yeah, I'm a scrub with an opinion.
Yeah, I guess.
But I'm funny.
So, first thing we're gonna talk about today, well, what this video is about basically is the new Dragonball FighterZ game, or Dragonball FighterZ, I guess.
What is the actual name? Is it Dragonball Z Fighters or Dragonball FighterZ?
It's Fighters, like
so
Fighters, like with a Z, I guess.
Fighters with a Z,
yeah,
not an S.
I guess they thought that was dope.
That's kind of lame. I like Dragonball FighterZ.
Well,
I'm gonna call it DBFZ. How about that?
Anyway, just to get into it, I thought that was the biggest, dopest thing that I saw at E3 this year. Over anything Nintendo showed. Personally, I thought that it was dope that they're kind of getting back to the 2D fighter with DBZ after it's been like, when was the last 2D fighter we had? Was it Budokai?
I don't remember.
Was it Budokai?
Not, you know what, realistically, Burst Limit.
See, I don't even remember that one. It's been so many games. But 2D game, it's made by the developers of Guilty Gear and BlazBlue. I don't know
Our
if
system works.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys have played in those games, but they're dope. So I have high expectations for this game myself. I know a lot of you Xenoverse fans out there are kind of like crying,
don't worry
bitching.
about this. Don't worry about this.
We don't care about you. We want to get back to hardcore fighting game, kind of reminiscent of like Budokai or like even
Ultimate Battle 22.
Ultimate Battle 22. A lot of
PS1 days.
Probably don't know what the hell that is.
If you don't know what Ultimate Battle 22 is, then Dragon Ball FighterZ, that's what I'm calling it, is not for you. Dragon Ball Fighters.
Pretty much. But it looks cool. I mean, it looks just like they ripped it straight out of the anime.
They use the same exact engine as Guilty Gear.
Oh, wow.
So it literally looks like it's in 2D, but it's not. It's 3D, but it's not cell shaded, which is impressive. I really don't know how to do that. That's gonna look good though. It's literally 3D, 2D, but it's not cell shaded.
That's news to me. But 3v3, so kind of reminiscent of Marvel's Capcom, but nobody fucks with Capcom, so we're gonna be rocking with Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Oh, we gotta still kind of fuck with Capcom. I love Monster Hunter, by the way. Resident Evil, you know. But,
This guy's the biggest Capcom hater on the face of the earth. So
Street Fighter 5.
What he's talking about. But early reactions have been kind of lackluster for Marvel's Capcom Infinite, but everybody's pretty much hype about DBZ Fighters. But they haven't announced any single player content, really. But story.
They're only 20% done with the game.
Oh damn!
Yeah,
so
that was 20%.
Okay. So,
have you seen the memes?
No.
Yeah, look at 20% memes though.
Okay. Check that out. But
it was Frieza. I'm only using 20% of my power. The game's gonna be good though.
Kind of going back, I was gonna talk about something else, but yeah. So they showed Golden Frieza and a few other characters, but I'm kind of curious to see how big the roster is gonna be. I know the roster in previous Dragon Ball Z games have been pretty epic. They've gotten increasingly larger with each game, and then even in Xenoverse, you can create your own character. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know if if Golden Frieza in it, obviously we gotta get some Super Saiyan God.
The cool thing I think about as far as like the character roster is, one, they could pretty much do whatever they want with the character roster. So it's one of those things where if it's gonna be a balanced thing, and they want the game to be like a balanced type fighter, we're probably not gonna see like a whole load of freaking Dragon Ball Z characters like off rip. They're probably just gonna do like, you know, hey, let's put a little bit here, see how it works, and then
Yeah, I'm actually hoping that we don't get a game full of fucking microtransactions and.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want that. They better not do that.
DLC, my God, please don't do that. Please.
Oh, color palettes.
Please don't do that, because I don't want to have to keep spending 99 cents on characters or clothes or whatever.
Give us color palettes. Lots of color palettes, please. You do it in Guilty Gear. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Gray hair Super Saiyan. What?
Back to the first player content, single player content. Nothing's been announced yet. They're kind of keeping it hush hush, but hopefully they take a page out of who develops Ninja Storm again? It's like slipping my mind.
CyberConnect.
Okay, hopefully they take a page out of their book and kind of do it like how they did the Ninja Storm games, because that was actually pretty dope. And
as far as like
I enjoyed the single player content in the Ninja Storm games. I didn't like going online and getting spammed with fucking clay bombs, so
oh my God.
I just stopped playing. But hopefully they kind of follow that model, because I think it works pretty well. What I'm really interested to see, and why I have Lupa in the video, is to see like what the fight game community really thinks about this, and how it's gonna change the fight game community, or if anybody's even gonna take it serious. Is it gonna be at an EVO? Is it gonna be at CEO? Those are the kind of questions that I'm curious about. I know the Xenoverse fans, they don't like that. You guys want to just fly around and do all the RPG shit, but there's people like us who actually want to throw hands and actually fight. So, what do you think about that?
Well, one, so far the reaction in the fight game community, I've been, of course, following that. And to the points that we made earlier, this is the type of Dragon Ball Z game that everybody's been waiting for years. They've done smaller iterations of games like this, like Ultimate Battle 22, Budokai 1, 2, and 3, you know, the side scroller. And there weren't anything, you know, back then, those weren't anything to be taken serious, like, you know, like Street Fighter or anything like that. I think they were more for fun purposes. But seeing the way the fighting game community has gotten popular in recent years because of games like Street Fighter 3 and Street Fighter 4, and that getting a lot more mainstream and everything, you know, being more on YouTube, streaming on Twitch, stuff like that, you're starting to see a lot more fighters come out of the woodworks. For example, Guilty Gear was gone for a long time. Like, they hadn't made a sequel for the longest time.
Yeah, I remember that.
And fans, you know, everybody was like, oh, they need to make a new Guilty Gear, they need to make a new Guilty Gear. Look how long it took for XR to come back. And you know, once that dropped, a lot of other games started coming out, like BlazBlue. You see Tekken started to kind of come out in the woodwork, because then the fighting game stuff started getting a lot more mainstream, so people are starting to pick it up more. So seeing a Dragon Ball Z game come out in the way that, the style that we're used to as far as 2D fighting, that's going to be interesting. It doesn't look like it's going to be one of those. Of course, it's probably gonna have its own, you know, type of gimmicks. I've watched a couple videos on it and paid attention to a lot of the mechanics, and I'm actually liking what I'm seeing so far. It looks like there's a lot going on the screen, but there's some control to it, and I've noticed, and I was like, okay, it looks like they're really kind of taking their time to it. So right now, I'm seeing mechanics that I hope stick. For example, you're familiar with Marvel vs. Capcom 3, obviously. You know, when your character dies, and you know, you're waiting for your character to come back, or you're waiting for your, you know, to start your mix-up or whatever, your character's still alive, and the other guy's character's still jumping in. In this game, I noticed when you kill the character, it resets the whole round, because then they come in and they do a little clash thing, and then it says fight. So instead of you like, you know, oh, I just killed your character, now I'm gonna wait and see where you're gonna jump out, and then start up a foolish infinite or some nonsense. So I think they're gonna put some decent balance to the game, which I'm down for 100%.
Which would be cool, yeah. It looks like the ultimate Dragon Ball Z game is probably the one that I've been waiting on forever. I mean, I played a whole bunch of the fight. I've been playing Dragon Ball Z fighter games since you needed a fucking emulator on your PlayStation. If you don't know what an emulator is, or if you've never had to hook one up to your PlayStation, then you have no right to say anything. You don't know the struggle. You know we've been through. You don't know my life.
What were they called?
I don't even.
Game Genies. Like, there was like so many different names.
I just remember I did.
Oh, the Dragon Hacker.
That's what
There was one called Dragon
I just
Hacker.
remember I needed it to play Dragon Ball Final Bout.
Yep.
Dragon Ball GT Final Bout.
The Dragon Hacker.
Which, a game that I thought was epic when it first came out, but now I go back and watch videos online,
trash.
and I'm like, wow, this was actually pretty fucking terrible. But neither here nor there. But we want to hear from you. What do you guys think about Dragon Ball FighterZ? Do you think it's dope? Are you a Xenoverse lover and lame? Are you excited? Do you want to catch hands? Do you want to throw hands? What do you want to do? What do you want to see from this game? Let us know in the comments below. Also, hit the subscribe button. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, so I'm recording it. I don't know if it's going to be up there. I don't know where it's
Why
going
don't
to
you
be.
just put it right here?
I don't know. It might end up there.
I mean, you already looked at it.
Yeah, so it could be there, but that might be coming
No,
from
you're
the face,
looking
so
at
I don't know. But let us know, subscribe, follow. I'm gonna be uploading a bunch more videos soon, so you're gonna see a lot more of my face. The mystery is gone. Just don't be annoying and weird and send me weird shit.
Maybe I'll disappear sometimes.
Yeah, cause and follow him. Luke.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna be coming out of the woodwork, hopefully. And you'll see a lot more documentary style videos from us. So hopefully, you know, my face will be around.
Yeah. Last thing, don't send me any weird shit. A lot of you motherfuckers send me some weird shit on Instagram and I just have to just delete it. So please don't delete it. Just be normal. Be a real person, please. Please? Alright, thank you.